Hello, this is Kim Nelson with the Jewelry Design Department at FIT. Another tutorial for the bypass ring project working on in Rhino Modeling JD237. I have the basic surfacing for the underside of the ring here for one side. I want to now surface this portion of the ring. I'm going to go ahead and take these onto a different layer. So that I can use them more easily. I'm going to just copy paste and move the copy for this one down from end to end. And this curve I want to come off of the lower portion of the shank. So I need to give myself some reference geometry for that, something I can snap to. I'm going to pull a straight line down and then move with end and int as my object snaps. And that'll allow me to bring that right off of the surface here. And I'll extract an iso curve to go along with that. Okay. So this is the basic portion of this. My challenge is going to be that I want this to come out lower. There's a very specific location I want that to come out to. I'm going to actually move this, a copy of this down here as well. Connect the two ends. Okay. Going to copy and paste and move the copy of this straight down. That's going to be hard to do, so I'm going to undo that paste. I'm going to set a C-plane to the base of this, to the inside of the tray, and then I'll project this onto that C-plane. That's a faster way to get it where I want it. And I'll draw a straight line up from there. So we can see the beginning of a box form that I'm going to use to make this with. I need to establish how this drops down. I have a curve that I created early in my drawing to show how that elevation works. I'm going to go ahead and split it so I can work with it one side at a time. And I'm going to take that and I'm going to flow it. Base curve will be this outer profile. Target curve will be the straight line in my drawing. And that will reverse flow that. I need to find a way to bring that information into my drawing. The easiest way to do it, let me see. You could almost use curve from two views to do this. but not quite. So I am going to freehand it. I'm going to turn on my control points. That is way too many control points. I'm going to rebuild this down to 15 should do it. 15 and 3. I'll make it 15 and 4. I like it being a little smoother. I'm going to change the color of this layer, of this curve, and lock it. Turn on the control points for this curve. And I'm going to go into my orthographic front view. I'm going to grab some control points, pull them straight down. I'm going to line them up on this curve as long as I pull straight vertical. The top view, I undo, redo, it doesn't change. So it's important to make sure I'm always going straight up and down if I want to maintain that relationship. You know, so I just selected a batch of points and then removed points from the selection as I went along. Same thing here. I can't change the relationship here or I'll lose the smoothness. So I'll let this be a compromise of sorts. Like so. That allows this cross-section to follow that ramp. And now I'm going to do the same thing with this one. Turn on points. Okay, this is a little bit strange right here, so I'm going to turn on my curvature graph. So the goal at this point is to create a network of curves Remember, if I can't move that back and forth or I'll ruin the curve shape, but there we go. So, I have this and this. This I no longer need. Replace that curve with a more accurate 3D representation of where it goes. And put this template curve in storage in case I want it later. Okay. So, I want a straight surface between here and here. So, curve network. And another curve network. Actually, I'm going to run into trouble trying to do another curve network because I want it to take reference from this edge of the surface, and I'll have trouble if it does that. So I'll try it, see what I get. Actually, not the surface edge. But I do need this surface edge, and to use it I'm going to have to split that edge, like I did in class. I'm going to split this edge right here. There. Curve, curve, edge, curve. Okay, that's giving me something useful. Although it's limited in a use, it's useful in a limited way. I'm going to need to put a rounded cross section here on both sides if I want that to come off nicely. I don't really want a hard crispness there. So, the quickest way to do this is going to be to put a solid sphere at the end here. I want kind of a filleted effect. I don't want a big arc. I want a small one. Both sides. Trim, trim. Trim, trim. Actually, trim the wrong things. Trim, trim. And trim, trim. And a curve blend. That's fine. Okay, now I need to make these rails line up where they're supposed to go again. So, and sure enough, that reference curve becomes important. Borrow it back from the storage layer. And do one of these curves at a time. Okay. So, surface from curve network. And a surface from curve network. We don't have that over on this side yet. Okay. Surface from curve network. Surface edge rail. Curve rail. Edge section. Shoot, forgot to join these together. Again. Edge rail. Curve rail. Edge section. Curve section, go. Okay, that will give me the basics of what I want. I will go ahead and do a loft surface for here, for this section. And I'll join those together. And a loft section for the underside. And join. Now, in theory at least, when I grab these two and I flow them, I should have a fairly high level of smoothness, continuity. Oh, my bad. Copy equals yes. Looking for a fairly seamless feed in to the bottom half of the shank. Okay. But I am seeing a problem. Okay. The problem that I'm seeing is that I did not get my elevation the way I wanted it. And I should have. See, there should be a distinct drop here. There's no reason that should pull up onto there like that. Again. There. I picked from the opposite end, and that seemed to make a difference. Not sure why it would do that, but it did. So, That's better. Hello? Yes. I'll be right down. Thank you. Bye-bye. Sorry about that. I had a call from a guest speaker. Had to pick up. So, anyway, going to check this for EMAP. Take a look. Compare that with our early maquette. Much more concise. Put this on the same layer. So I can see their relationship. Okay, we have a bit of a concern. But I think we're good. I'm going to do my finger rest. Both sides. Yes, it comes down narrow, but that's what I need. That is very successful. Okay, so I am through surfacing this portion for now. Thanks for watching.